Hello Dolly lovers, welcome back to my channel. You guys know that I got this cutie recently for Valentine's Day, and it wouldn't be long until I did a details video. So thank you guys so much for joining me again for another one of my videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, like this video, and don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments below and let me know what you think of this cutie pie. So I'll start off with the fact that I have named her Song. So Song, I haven't exactly pinpointed her race or nationality as of yet, but for the sake of argument, we're gonna go with Chinese and Japanese and maybe a mix of something else because she has this beautiful wavy textured hair. So that is what I decided for this little girl. This is the Tegan sculpt by Ping Lao, which came out recently, I believe the end of last year of 2019. Correct me if I am wrong, anyone in the comments, but that is what I know about this sculpt. She measures 28 inches long. She has a head circumference of 16 inches, and I like to mention the head circumference because it really makes a difference when I'm comparing dolls for myself and discovering new sculpts to try and get an accurate depiction of how big or small a doll is going to be. So she does have a head circumference of 16 inches. And what makes this girly super special is her body. She has a custom Dosway body specific to this sculpt and similar sculpts by Ping Lao. She has full arms, full legs, and a ball jointed neck and shoulders with arm and head connectors. So that makes her really special and allows her a really nice range of motion for posing and taking pictures. This baby was reborn by Mary Kate Bashlin McCormick of Hill Country Reborn Tots in Kyle, Texas. So if you guys are interested in her work, her information will be in this video, probably in a little blurb at the bottom of the screen. And I highly recommend that you add her on Instagram to keep up with her work, because once she is done with her custom orders, she will be creating made to sale works. I don't believe she is taking customs any longer, but trust me, all of her dolls are beautiful and of really good quality. So without further ado, I will move in close and we're going to take a look at Song's limbs, her skin tone, and that beautiful head of hair. Alright you guys, so I'm pulling in close so we can get a look at Song's details. Forgive me ahead of time if some shots in this portion of the video are a little blurry. I like to manually adjust my camera as I go. I don't really rely on automatic focus too much because it just messes with the lighting. So I'm going to get as close as I can here and make sure you can see everything as clearly as possible. But we are looking at Song's cute little tootsies, and I really appreciate this skin tone. I knew right off the bat when I saw this sculpt that I wanted an Asian-like skin tone. So she does have that pale, translucent kind of skin. The modeling is really pretty. I can see the veining. Hopefully it's showing up on the camera. That slight subtle veining and the sculpt, the legs sculpted on this kit are so beautiful, and those chubby little knees just make it look even more realistic. These are her little toes, and I really like how Mary Kate blushed this sculpt, even though she has a light Asian skin tone, like her toes and heels and fingertips are really blushed, and I like that a lot. So those are her legs. Song does have freckles, but I did request that they be in certain areas of her body and not all over. So this is that beautiful custom torso specific to Ping Lao's Adele and Tegan sculpt. As you can see, right below the chest, it's white doe suede with the jointed hips for the legs, for the full legs, and above that we have the vinyl torso, and this is where all the connectors and stuff is going on. So you have these nice ball jointed arms which hold poses beautifully. If it's put together correctly by your artist, it should be able to hold the pose, and I can put her arms up above her head or down a little ways and she will hold the pose. I do suppose over time, moving her arm around, changing her clothes, it may loosen up a little bit, but for right now she can hold a pose, and I love it. It's so much fun, especially taking pictures. So now we get a good look at these beautifully blushed hands. Like, I really like the way these hands are sculpted, and the paint job that Mary Kate did on them makes them even more realistic. Her little fingernails are just so cute. I'm pretty sure it made it even easier to paint this sculpt and make it look realistic because it was sculpted so well. So here you can see some of her little freckles coming in, and you can also see the veining that's going on. And a closer look at that chest. I love the little details in her nipples. It just looks so realistic. It's so cute. Her little neck rolls. And this is her other shoulder. Let me see if I can turn her so you can get a good look. Oops. It's hard to do with one hand, you guys, so bear with me. But here's her other shoulder. Really beautiful skin tone. It looks so realistic. Now I'm going to turn her around so you guys can see the back of her. Alright, so I have turned Song around so you guys can see the back of her and pulled her hair out of the way. Man, this skin tone, this modeling is just beautiful. I'm really hoping you guys can see it on camera. I can't really see the modeling in the viewfinder, but trust me, it's there with the subtle veins and the freckles on her back. It just looks so realistic. She even has like a little spine indentation here, which has been blushed beautifully and looks so realistic. But one thing that I love the most about how MK painted this doll was the surprise birthmark that I asked for, and I told her I wanted a little heart-shaped birthmark, but to surprise me on where she put it. So I didn't discover this birthmark until I stripped off all her clothes and I was going through the process of trying on different clothes to see what sizes work for her. And here is the surprise birthmark. It is so cute and it looks so realistic. I think she did a wonderful job on that part of this doll. And she looks so cute. Such beautiful skin tone. And yeah, I really enjoy how she came out. From the back, she just kind of looks like she has on a diaper or a pair of shorts up really high. Even with her doe suede body showing, I think she still looks really cute and really realistic. So I am going to lay her out so you can see her laid out from the front and the back, and then we'll get up close to her face and talk about her hair. So this is Song all stretched out. Oh, I really love this size toddler, you guys. It may be a little bit tricky shopping for clothes at first until you can get a feel for her size and know what's gonna fit and what's not, but it is totally worth it. She's like the perfect size toddler or small size toddler because she's still small enough to tote around and carry around and bring her out a lot without your arms and stuff getting tired. Yet she's big enough for you to really see her. She's not a little newborn that's tucked away or anything like that. Like, she has a presence as a doll. You can really see her, yet she's still comfortable enough to bring out. I know a lot of people love toddlers, but they don't bring them out very often because it can be a hassle toting them around. And I feel like the Tegan Sculpt is the perfect size to have a bigger toddler baby without too much hassle. This is sewn from the back. You can see how her Dose Wave body kind of has a little stitched in tushy, which is going to look great in diapers. Also, you guys could see the little veining on her ankles a little bit better from this angle, and those cute sculpted little fat chubby leg rolls that she has. She really is a beautiful sculpt from every angle, and I really like her. So now we're going to get up close and look at her face. So here we are up close in Song's cute little face, so you guys can see her details, her little chin, and what everybody is most attracted to are those cute little baby teeth that she has. Her mouth is open a little bit and may accommodate some really crafty modified pacifiers, but I haven't tried that yet, and I honestly don't recommend it because of the teeth, and over time having a modified pacifier like that may wear off the paint on the little teeth. So if your artist can just put in a magnet and have your pacifiers magnetized like that, I think that would be the best option. But from product photos, I didn't know she had these two little top teeth, but now that I have her, I can see them, and they're just so cute. She does have a little tongue in there that you can see, and you can also see the gums. So I just love that. I love that part of the sculpt as well. Her ears are a good size. I will say she doesn't have big enough earlobe right here where you can feel the back of the earring or anything. Once it's in there, it's in there. You don't have to put backs on the back of the earring. But I do think it is a really pretty sculpted ear. And she does kind of have big ears for a toddler, I suppose. But we all know all babies are made different. Some people have ears that are big and they stick out, which I think is so cute. So I really love the ear sculpt on this kit. And of course, the beautiful almond-shaped eyes, which really gives some diverse ethnicity to this sculpt. And if you guys have seen Mary Kate's original photos of this little one when she was done, you may have noticed that her eyelashes were really pretty and lush. But when I got her home, I was looking through a photo that she sent to me before she was rooted and before she had eyelashes, and I loved how her eyes looked before she had eyelashes because you can really see the shape really well. So I did trim her lashes when she got home, and I'm really happy with it. I love how her brow shape came out. It's just beautiful. Now her eyes look to be really dark, like black, because of the light, but she honestly has like kind of hazel greenish brown eyes, so they are shallow enough where you can see a pupil. It's just not coming up very well on camera or in photos, but I do prefer these eyes versus the jet black eyes, which may seem a little strange in person. I got that recommendation from the artist, and I think she was right. I'm really happy with the results of these eyes. She looks very, very beautiful. And you guys can see her sprinkling of freckles and her blushing. It's not showing up as peachy toned as it is in real life, I think. On camera it might be a tad bit washed out, but the blushing is beautiful. So lastly, we are going to get in really close and check out her hair. One thing that a lot of viewers of my channel have enjoyed a lot was when I had Taya and some other babies who had really nice, curly, long, dark hair. And Song really does have a beautiful head of hair. I do believe this is human hair, and it is more of a wavy texture as opposed to a curly texture that Taya and Tatiana used to have. So I would wet their hair and I could finger curl it and it'll curl right up, whereas Song's hair, when it's wet, it just defines the wave. So she doesn't necessarily have curls, but she has wavy hair, and it is pretty long. It's I'd say down the middle of her back, well, almost to the bottom of her butt. So it's pretty long for this size toddler. It's really soft, and it is more so of a really dark chocolate brown with a few highlights of light brown. I know it's probably not showing up on camera, but it really is pretty. As always, oh, sorry, my camera strap is all in the way, but Mary Kate does some amazing rooting, and I know you guys can't really see too much because her hair is dark, but the rooting is phenomenal. Like, the scalp looks real. I can part this hair any kind of way, and it's just beautiful. There's no bald spots or anything weird like that. Like, every inch is covered, and her hair looks realistic. So I actually have been considering trimming this hair just because she's not as big as Tuesday was, and I think she would look more realistic with a little bit shorter hair length. But I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna mull it over. The long hair is growing on me quite a bit, but I do foresee the ends of this hair maybe getting a little ragged over time, and I take pretty good care of my dolls no matter what. But I don't know, we'll see. A couple of inches wouldn't hurt, but we'll see. But her hair is absolutely beautiful, and the little baby fringe in the front is gorgeous, frames her face perfectly, and I just think overall she did an amazing job on rooting the hair. Okay everyone, we are at the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed my details video for Song, and I hope the information I shared with you guys was informative, especially if you're looking forward to getting this sculpt and adding it to your doll collection this year. As far as clothing sizes go, because I know that's really important as well, I have tried Cat and Jack brand on her, Carter's Child of Mine, Garanimals. Those are the brands that I have tried on her thus far, and maybe a few sprinklings of Old Navy stuff. For the most part, I do find that she is like a true 6 to 9 month size toddler. And I am pretty surprised to see that as well, but it is true. A lot of the 12-month size stuff that I tried on her was kind of baggy in the body. Her head is pretty proportionate, and the neck may be a little loose, but in the body part, it may be too long or a little bit too wide. So I find that a lot of 6 to 9 month stuff is working really well for her. Now, as far as the bottom, because she has really chunky thighs, her legs aren't exactly long, but in the hip area it is kind of wide just because of the way the body is designed and the legs. She can wear 12-month and 18-month stuff on the bottom. So I found that really interesting, especially when it came to onesies. With the Carter's Child of Mine onesies, at this point, it's kind of like personal preference. If you like your onesies to kind of fit closely, not necessarily snug, but fit closely to the body, then 3 to 6 is actually going to work for her. However, if you like it to be a little bit looser and longer in the crotch area to accommodate thicker cloth diapers, the 6 to 12 month size sleepers, onesies will work as well. I've tried both on her and they both look fine. I find it's crazy. She can fit a wide range of clothing items, and it just depends if you're buying 2-piece or if you're buying rompers and it's a 1-piece situation. As far as sleepers go, 6 to 9 months is going to be your size for all-into-one sleepers. However, I did try a recent organic brand by Wonder Nation, and they were 6 to 9 months, and it was way too big and baggy. I don't know why. I just think the sizes just ran big on that particular item. However, I have another Wonder Nation sleeper that is 6 to 9 months, and it fits perfectly. It's not organic cotton, but it fits perfectly. So you're really gonna have to eyeball it and just learn her body, and be able to eyeball stuff in the store when it comes to buying clothes with this sculpt. This is not a sculpt that I recommend you nesting for prior to getting her, because you may end up with a whole lot of clothes that do not fit. She is not very long. She's not very tall like Cammy is, but her head is just as big as far as I know, and her shoulders aren't as wide, but that torso takes up a little room as well. So you kind of really have to learn this scope for sizing, but in general sense, I do say 6 to 9 months pretty much works every time. If you like winter clothes that's a little bit baggy and has the more casual look, she can pull off 18-month size sweaters. I have some 18-month size Cat and Jack sweaters that are near and dear to my heart that I did not want to part with, even though I didn't have any dolls that fitted. But I did try them on Song, and I am okay with how they look on her. It's not too big in the neck. I really didn't want anything to hang too low on her neck, but the sleeves and everything fit fine because of how her arms are posed. Long sleeves will be okay because they're kind of scrunched up anyway. The last thing I'd like to mention is that the Tegan Sculpt by Ping Lao wears size 2 shoes. She does have relatively small feet compared to the Cammy Sculpt, which could wear 4 and 5 size shoes. So she is smaller on that front as well. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you found this video informative. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.